Okay, how's everybody doing today? I'm going to be kind of doing a walkthrough of my shed slash workshop area that I am currently using because I've got a lot of updates and things to kind of go over and show you guys. And I just recently got this during Christmas. I didn't actually receive this as a gift. I received some money and I decided I'd go ahead and get a little bit more organized because over here on this side I've got my um, Bauer organizing bins, which I keep like camera parts, lenses, computer parts, wires, cables, stuff like that. But I'm just gonna go through this stuff and show you guys. I have quite the flashlight and headlamp collection, so I'm just gonna kind of go through this really quick. Um, This is a brand that I don't know how to pronounce, but it is actually a pretty good light, and it rotates. The head of it kind of rotates like this, so you can, magnetize. Or it's got a magnetic bottom. You can turn it on. It's got various different modes. It's got a flashing red. Um, my newest flashlight is this one, Rechu. This is a 5,000 lumen light, and it's got one of those 26600 batteries, and it's got a zoomable function on it, so you can zoom in, and it's supposed to be ridiculously bright, which, I mean, it is. Which, actually, I'll open up. I'll keep the camera the same. And you can see how ridiculously bright it is. And then the next one I got, this is from Harbor Freight. This is just a little cheap little flashlight. It's Quantum. I think it's like their house brand, but it's just a little pin light. It's got this little, kind of work light on the side, and then it's got this little UV light on. I don't really have anything that'll pick up. Actually, yeah, I do. If you can see, I've got these little brushes here that they kind of illuminate. So, yeah, it's a UV light. It's not very bright, but if you're trying to look for something specific, it'll work. And this is a mag light, and I know mag lights used to be world renowned and people love them, but this one is actually my most piece of crap flashlight because the only way to get it to work is you have to screw the battery cap on the back. It doesn't work up here at the top. I've tried taking it apart, cleaning it. It's just, I don't know. This is like quite a few people I've seen that have mag lights and they don't freaking work anymore. So, no. And this is a Klein flashlight. It's got your regular, flat pointer light. It's got a work light on the side. And, yeah. The work light on this one is actually a lot brighter than its normal flashlight. And then this one is a Lux Pro. And this one is actually one that my wife bought. And it's pretty bright. It's just, a basic flashlight. It uses 6 AA batteries. And then my second to newest flashlight is this miniature Lux Pro. And this one is actually pretty bright for a small flashlight. It just has one set, or it's got 3 settings: high, medium, low. And then my other kind of lights are my headlamps. So my oldest headlamp is this Ozarka brand, and this one is actually a really good headlamp, and it's actually pretty durable. I work in industrial maintenance, and this one I've dropped quite a few times. It's never broke, and I think it's just because it's so light, it doesn't have a lot of oomph going down, but it's a pretty bright headlamp. It's not my brightest one, but it's okay. It does the job. The downside about this and why I don't use it in my work environment is because the battery only lasts about 4 hours and it peters out before the end of the shift. The next one I got is this motion detecting headlamp. When it decides to work, it works good, but it's very finicky on when it feels like it decides it wants to work. And this is Go for Wild. You can find it on Amazon. And I mean, it's pretty bright and it does last a long time, but sometimes it just, like, I'm trying to turn it on and it's like, oh, I'll finally turn on. So it's it's a little bit brighter than the Ozarka, but it does last through a whole shift. The downside to this one is it's pretty heavy on the head, and like I said, trying to turn this thing on and off and getting the motion detector to work on it is kind of a pain. So the next one I'll talk about is, this is just a random flashlight I found on Walmart. It was like a 2-pack, and it's got 2 different lights, and it's okay. It's not great. And then it's got, your little cob light on there. It's good for close proximity. It does not have an interchangeable battery, and it just charges through via micro USB. And then the next one, so the one I've used the most would probably this Slonic. And the reason why I like this one is because it lasts a very long time. It's got twist focus, and it uses the 16650s, I believe they're called. I cannot remember. Let me take it off. It's the vape, your standard vape battery. I am drawing a blank. 18650, I'm sorry. It uses an 18650 battery, and I've got quite a few of those in my locker at work. And this is actually, it's a really good really good headlamp. Let me get it all the way to the brightest setting. And what I like about it is it's tunable, so it's pretty bright, when you're pointing it at something. And, this is really good. So, like, if you're in close proximity to something, you can adjust it so that it's not so harsh. Now, the only problem I've had with this flashlight, or this headlamp, is that the actual mounting part for the head has broken. And I tried to use epoxy. The epoxy broke the first day I did it. And then I just put a little wire tie on there. And it's been holding on okay for now. So the next one that I found, and it's actually kind of hard to find these twist focusing headlamps that use an 18650. Now the next one, my newest one, is this XHYW Pros, whatever that means. So this one is pretty nice. I've only used it for about 3 days here recently, and it has been really good. It's just got a couple different modes on it. Now the actual head band part where it actually mounts is a lot more stout than the Slonic was. I wish Slonic, well, they may offer them now. I didn't try. I should have tried to get another one. I may end up getting another Slonic just to see, but it's got a lot more stout head mounting unit, and I like this headband because it's breathable, so it doesn't it lets your head breathe a little bit better. And this one, it is a little bit heavier than the Slonic, but it's got a nice heat sink, and this one is just, it's got this like fading on off effect, and it's not as bright as the other one, but for what I do, this one will probably work just fine. So and it feels like the aluminum is quite a bit built better than the Slonic is. Now I may order another one of these just to see if they've upgraded the head mounting part, and what I could do is maybe remount or route this headband through this, because I really like the design and how long the battery lasts on this headlamp. So yeah, those are my headlamps. Now that I've talked about that for 10 minutes. I just have a standard DeWalt Impact. It's not brushless, it's just standard brushed, but I've had this thing for 3 years and it's never failed me. Got 3 different batteries for it. I've got the Cobalt box. First drawer, I've got my different assortment of screwdrivers. I've got quite a few Weehaws, Milwaukee, some interchangeable ones that do work on my vessel screwdriver. And this is an interchangeable vessel screwdriver. It comes with the 3 black ones. I've talked about it a little bit on another video. Okay, yes, I am recording. So that one's pretty good. Next here, I don't have it completely filled. Just got a couple of pliers, channel locks, my knife collection. This is my socket situation going on. I guess my favorite one would be the Crescent brand that I got here with these color-coded sockets. This is another Crescent branded ratchet. The only thing I don't like about this is it has these stupid, I guess it would, what was this called? It was like X6 system. And it's okay if you're doing stuff that's flush mounted, but it never came with an extension, and it's kind of a pain in the butt unless you use the adapter, which is this, but then you've got to use standard sockets. You can't, like, I haven't found an extension for the X6 so that I can use those sockets. But I haven't tried that hard to look for it. So, and I just have some nut drivers here. This is my impact bits. I actually prefer these spider bits. I actually think they, which I love Milwaukee tools, don't get me wrong, but I actually think that these spider bits last a little bit longer than the Milwaukee bits do. But the Milwaukee drill bits last, a pretty good while. So I've just got a Unibit, some epoxy and stuff. And then the piece that I've got down here, this is actually a server cabinet that I've kind of quasi-converted into a tool cabinet of sorts. This is like my pry bar and cutting tools. I've got some heat shrink in here. Oh, there's where my wire brush went. I was looking for that. Huh. And then down here, which had a pull-out drawer, I've put some wood supports around it, and this is sort of just like my brush drawer, quasi-junk drawer. Got a hot glue gun, and this is a heat gun that I use for heat shrink, and it actually doesn't work that well. The freaking lighters up there work better than that thing does. And then at the very bottom is just like a sander. I've got a sawzall, a circular saw, stuff of that nature, sandpaper. Kind of, that's all my kind of junk drawer type stuff. Now I'm going to move all of this back up here because I'm a flashlight and headlamp hoarder. So this is where I record most of my videos that you see when I'm doing like talking head videos and stuff. And I don't think I've actually really ever talked about it. So I put the backdrop, the brick backdrop. I painted this pegboard because this was brown. And so what I've got going on here is the stuff that you see here. This is actually a video I'm working on. This is a Super 8 camera. I've been taking this apart so that I could, I've been cleaning it up, and hold on, I'm going to take a drink here. So I took all of it apart, I've been cleaning it, I'm going to grease it and stuff. I was waiting on some parts for it, which were basically just these batteries and my first Super 8 film cartridge. I thought I actually had one because this was in the box with it when I got it. I actually didn't vlog or record this part when I actually found this thing because me and my friend that I went to go see in Oklahoma City went thrifting or some antique shops, and that's where I found it. So I've just been completely taking it apart, was cleaning out the inside, greasing stuff where it needs to be greased, fixing stuff that was broken on it. I just need to find time to get it all put back together. And the project or the video that I'm working on for that is going to take a little while because I'm going to get this developed, and that's going to take some time. So, yeah, and then up here is just like some of my quick access stuff that I use quite frequently, like Allen drivers, nut drivers, screwdrivers, these Milwaukee pliers, which are like probably one of my most favorite tools. I use that for like everything, cutting, wire stripping, grabbing stuff. So let's see, and then my soldering iron, I've had that for like freaking, I don't even know, like 15 years, and it works just as good as the day I got it. My quasi weird third hand system going on over here. And then up here, I've got, well, this is where this is my Velcro multimeter. Up here, I've got a power supply. And this is actually where I may have talked about this in a past video. So on one side, where this voltage controls this side, and this is variable up to 30, it goes to about 32, 33 volts. But it only goes up to 3 amps. This side, which I actually took off the terminals, on the inside, I have a 45 amp 12 volt DC power supply. And that's what this key is for. When I turn that on, it gives power to this side if I need something really powerful like my CB radios and stuff like that. This is in the process of getting hooked up. I just need to put my antenna up, but I've been waiting for some warmer weather to do that. And then I also need to order the coax for it. And then this is my stereo system for my garage. It's just a Fozzy 50 watt per channel amp and a Bluetooth receiver, which this is just a Amazon Fire.
Which is cool. But
I was listening to Linus Tech Tips, and then this is my Tascam US 1x2. It's a audio interface. That's what I use for recording like voiceovers, or if I'm doing my so I've got the system where it goes up through the top, and then I can when I'm facing that direction over there towards the back where you don't ever see that side, and this is a NAD SCM 960 microphone, and it's actually a really nice microphone. I got this for an absolute steal from Guitar Center. It was a used deal. And then this is just another arm that I use for lights and stuff like that. And then this is my grid light, and in there is I'll try to do this. There's a big old freaking spider LED light, and it's pretty freaking bright. So, and then my main tripod is a Victiv adjustable tripod. It's got a monopod I can take off. This is where all my chemicals are, car cleaner, stain, stuff like that. So this table is basically this pallet that I found. I don't know what I ran over. This is just a pallet that I found that I stained or put oil on, and this is where I record, some of my videos and stuff. So next thing, which I think I've already showed you guys, this is my different bins that I use for lenses, camera parts, electronic parts, wires, my subsystem, and this has been a work in progress for a very long time. I will go into another video with this in a different day, but right now it's just set up to where this sub and this sub are plugged in to the Fozzy amplifier over there. That sub right there is actually tannoy 10-inch, and it has the ability to handle up to 300 watts RMS. Those digital audios are like a white van speaker deal. I have no idea what kind of wattage they can handle, but I know that it's at least 100 watts per channel because I've not been able to blow them. And I put, actually, I think it was more than that. I tried to put like, because this one was one of my subscriber videos where I don't remember, it was like 500 subscribers I was celebrating. And I put like, I want to say I put like 200 watts through this one and I could not get it to blow. And this one is exactly the same, just with the dust cap. So, and then this is a PV mid-range bass, and the dust cap is kind of popped in. So, yeah, that's kind of been a project because eventually I'm going to recarpet it or take the carpet off and redo it. So, that's a project for a long time away. It's not important. So, yeah, it's kind of my garage slash shed setup right now. Um, I've got some videos in the works. I've got like 5 videos that are loaded up on Final Cut right now. So I'm going to be working on those as best as I can. I've just got to find time to do it. Let's see what else. Because I've got my lens video that I'm working on. I've got other single lens videos that I'm working on. I've got the Super 8 millimeter video I'm working on, and then I'm gonna upload this one hopefully today or tomorrow. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just kind of wanted to show you guys because I know I've never actually gone through the video to do it. So yeah.